Hello, everyone. This is Jack, your host extraordinaire for the ASM or the Amazing Scale Modelers Hangouts. It is the Across the Pond, what is it, March 16th. So I got my Irish on.
He got his Irish on.
Quite frankly, I don't think the Irish really care to see them. But us Americans, we don't know what holidays to celebrate.
He's got his Irish on.
Just like we said, Heath, the Scottish accent is pretty bad.
And as I said, I don't give two rats pooty poots.
Anyway, moving on. Hey, I got shop cards done.
Hey!
I'm trying to figure something out here about the T-shirts. So, as I was telling y'all about online, whether I want to invest my own cash in or open up a store, still kind of debating that. I'm still researching it, but the T-shirts are coming out. But I did get the new shop cards. Yay! Yay is right. These are the same ones as before, but they have something very different on them.
They have the MeWe.
They've got MeWe on them.
Well, you can wipe
Me need to go wee-wee.
We got those shop cards, and we got
acetone. You can clean that right off.
And we got a special shop card. Looky that.
Ooh, look at that. Isn't that lovely?
Is
that the one that Tony did?
Yeah, this is the one that Tony did many moons ago when we first started as Amazing Scale Modelers. So
after the rain,
I'm doing this with the T-shirts. I don't know yet. And this, oh gosh, there's a lot more. This is heavier. We'll just get them
after the much anticipated.
Interested in? Hey, you know what? The colors are much more vibrant. Definitely
yes, certainly are.
Than the old one. Where is there an old one here? There is. Old?
Oh, the other one looks better. The other one looks better.
Oh,
that one. Not that one. That one.
This one.
No. The one on the box.
There you go. That one.
That's the new one.
Yeah, that one looks better.
It's we got the colors a little more vibrant. Of course,
it glows a lot more.
Like a hot potato.
Yeah, it glows a lot more.
Yes.
Like you got sunset on one side and then you got daylight on the other.
Well,
like you can see the difference.
Are you sending
that? But okay, I call it the globe logo.
Are we getting these, Jack?
What's that?
Are we getting these?
Well, this is what I was about to say, is that if you want the new one, I do have a list of addresses. You'll get them automatically at some point. The new one. Tony's one, I haven't decided yet. So when I decide, I'll figure it out. And I'll send the ones who are like regular people that are regularly posting and stuff. But if you want, you can always, like Bob Bruce, you're going to get one for sure. He's on the live chat right now. Good morning, Bob. And
morning, Bob.
A lot of other people will probably get them automatically because I have their addresses. I'll just send them out at some point.
Well, if you've lost mine, Jack, you know where to go. You know where to find me.
Well, yeah, if I had a week to get there, sure, I know where to find you.
Why does he have to take things so literal?
Oh, well, you're almost a geographical opposite where I am on the planet. So,
yeah, fair enough, then.
So I kind of did a brief poll on the T-shirts thing. Got all kinds of mixed opinions. There's nothing really firm on it. And then we got to deal with sizes because, you know, when I bought this T-shirt, I had a 6-pack, and now I've got this keg. So it's comfortable. So anyway, trying to figure that out. And I think a store is going to be actually good because I found an outfit that actually does posters. If you want posters, if you want a mug, I had a mug here of some other channels mug here. Can get one of those. It's not going to be, what's that place called? Cafe Press.
Yeah.
It's not Cafe Press. It's another place. In fact, I was going to like open a store and order my own T-shirt and see the quality and go from there. Is what I'm thinking of doing. So Bernie muted Randall. Okay, and moving on, we're going to get in some more guests as it comes. to speak about their experiences in the hobby. And we're
I
definitely
loved Rouse. I loved Rouse. That was brilliant. I
Ralph-
caught up with that.
Yeah.
I caught up with that during the week, and that was a brilliant show. He really knows his stuff.
Well, yeah, clearly. Did you see his videos about his manufacturing process?
Oh yeah,
pretty intense. So his product is good. I mean, when he showed off the way he does things, he does it. He's very particular and he's very good at what he does. So it was very good having him. And I was very cognizant not to be too tough on him, but he didn't like hearing saving pennies.
No.
But you know something? I told him. I said, if you want good stuff, I mean, you gotta fork it over because his stuff is well worth it. Is my point.
it might. Yeah, I've seen some of the prices of Ralph's things, but the thing is, it might be expensive, but it's good quality stuff. It is good quality stuff.
It is, and he's got the best warranty guarantee in the industry. And you can call him if you have a problem. You can literally pick up the phone and call him. So check out tenantcontrols.com. So
Here comes the ad.
Well, I'm going to try to get Jamie back because he did say you want to come back and talk about Wonderfest, which is quickly approaching. June 1st is Wonderfest this year.
Yes, it is.
So we'll try to get him in and talk about what they have planned for Wonderfest. That'll be quite interesting. Get a little preview.
Oh, this is Jim Hood, isn't it?
Jamie Hood, yeah.
Jamie Hood, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna message him later today and say, hey, Jamie, we just talked about you. Look, it's all recorded. So
it's all recorded on this tape here.
Right. So moving on, that's pretty much it that I have. So Tenant Controls is trying to get over to across the pond there, and I think maybe Bernie has something to do with that. I don't know. How you doing, Bernie?
Not too bad, thanks. How can I unmute Randall?
You can't. He only can do it.
Only
Okay.
Randall can unmute himself.
He's done it.
Well, you know what? We don't need to really mute Randall. He's almost mute himself.
I have no idea how that happened.
Hi, Randall. We weren't talking about you at all.
No,
He can still hear you.
What's going on over there? Hey,
I wasn't deaf.
organized over there.
Anyway, on to Bernie.
Bernie. Yeah, Bernie, I'm talking about you. You look very organized over there.
Me? Organized?
Yes.
Oh, I apologize about that.
Not a single hair out of place.
It's not like me to be organized. What have I got to be organized? Dear. Yeah. What have I got to do with Rolf? Well, nothing really, other than I'm desperately trying not to tread on his toes. But I'm working on something that maybe will save us guys across the pond here a little bit of money on import duties and taxes and things. Because
you're speaking my language, Bernie.
well, the thing is I quite agree. Rolf's stuff is excellent quality. He's got good warranties and everything like this. But the problem is we can't afford to import his stuff until he can get a dealer or a distribution network over here. We're really sort of out on a limb. So what I've done in the interim is taken what I think is the most popular use of a lighting kit at the moment and produced my own version for over here. Really, that's what I've been doing.
Oh, I see. So you're going. Well, that's all you've been doing. Any kind of plastic?
Well, I seem to have obtained another box in my stash. It's so new. I haven't even taken it out of the bubble wrap yet.
Oh wow!
Oh dear! Oh wow! This is exclusive. This is an exclusive, folks.
It's exclusive.
It's a reveal, and what? It's going to be
drum roll, please. Hello.
Oh,
Wow.
bubble wrap.
It's
Yeah,
the SS bubble.
pristine. And it's going to stay pristine because it will probably stay in this box for another 5 years, the same as the refit.
Oh, God. Jeez, Bernie, you're not very quick on the blue glare, are you?
Because people keep interrupting me with things like sick dogs and loft conversions and
Oh dear.
Oh, dear.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, just a little thing about lighting kits, you know. It just
Mm-hmm.
You got to set priorities, Bernie.
well, yeah. But I have to put a shout out here to Jamie Shiner.
You know, I found that if you stop feeding a dog out, eventually they won't ask for anything.
Don't you believe it?
There you go.
It's a Labrador. He'll get me from the grave. That
Yeah.
He's going to be on death's door, but you wave a piece of food at him, and all of a sudden, it's like he's been shot back into life again. Nah.
Food.
Hey, Bernie, tell them the best part of what price you got that at.
Oh, go on.
Here we go.
Well,
I paid in total, including postage and packing and taxes and bribery and everything else, £119.
Yikes!
Wow.
All right. How in the hell did you get it at that price? Hang
Oh,
on.
well, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
It's who you know.
in the UK, the average price of one of those is about $145 to $149, unless you get it a little bit cheaper by somewhere else.
Yeah, and let's just say I got it a little bit cheaper somewhere else. Like someone saw it, obviously being
Now I get it.
obviously being sold by a retailer who didn't know the full value of it.
No, it sounds like it's not who you bump, but who bumps you. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
The person I'm thinking of is the person who's next to you, Jack, on your right. That also starts with a J.
I'll tell you what, on mine, Heath, you're the one to the right of Jack.
Well, actually, not really.
Oh, no.
On my side, from my point of view, it goes Jack, Mr. Shiner, Lou, Phil, Jim,
No, not there.
Liam,
Me.
and Randall, then you.
It goes
You got me mistaken with someone else. Don't forget.
Oh, he's upside down.
Okay, we won't.
What really matters is how it looks to me, because it's my Google right to left or left to right.
Ah, there you go. See, there you go. See.
B-H.
Anyway, it was. Go on. It was Jamie.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought so.
I saw it on the site and it was going really, really cheap, so I give Bernie the ups on it.
Yeah, it was one of those. Bernie, are you not going to buy one of these Katingas? And I'm going, nah, not at that price. He said, how much would you be prepared to pay?
Uh-oh.
And that was
It always starts.
Yeah. So anyway, he points me to the advert, and it's almost a reflex action. My wallet came out of the pocket. I clicked the button. But the thing is I'm sure that Jamie's got an ulterior motive, you see, because the last one that I did that off, I ended up selling to Jamie, didn't I?
You did that, Bernie.
Demanding lighting.
Keep to the shelf for me, and I'll back off you.
Yeah, basically, I act as Jamie's distribution point.
Oh, so this is some kind of you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours type thing?
Yeah.
Sort of.
You scratch my back,
thought so.
I'll light yours. Yeah.
It's more like I have an addiction and he has the drug. Yes.
You're feeling thinner.
No. I can quit any time I like.
I'm sure you could.
Yeah.
As he's going like this behind the camera.
No, well, the thing is I'm sorry to announce, Jamie, but you ain't getting your hands on this one, mate.
Oh, there we go. There's the first. There's the first fight. Shots fired. Shots fired.
Just remember, he said that, boys, on a recording from years from now. I'll play it back when I'm holding stuff like this.
Don't worry, Jamie. I heard every word.
I didn't hear anything. I saw nothing.
I know nothing.
Oh, look. It's Schultz. I know nothing.
I know nothing. No, well, the thing is as I mentioned, I've decided that I'd develop a lighting kit, basically mainly aimed at the guys on this side of the pond to keep the price down. And I've got it working. If anybody wants to see it.
Nah, we don't care.
Nah, we don't want to see it. Of course we want to see it.
All right, then let's switch it on. This is where it all gets a bit wibbly wobbly because my camera is not a very.
Oh, I'm getting nauseous.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
I'm getting sleepy here.
Right, okay. I obviously haven't got it installed in the Katinga yet because it's still in the box, as you've noticed. But basically,
very nice.
You've got two flashing lights here. That's a bit bright, aren't they? Let's see if we can raise the contrast a bit. That's probably a bit better. That's the two lights, one on top and one below the back of the neck.
Yes.
And over here, now this is a bone of contention with people. Some people say the engines pulse. Some say they're constantly lit. Well, I've given the option here. If I cover those up, you can see that I've got some fading going on there. So that's an option. Also, you all remember the scene at the beginning of the motion picture where
the only scene they're in.
The only scene they're in, yeah. Well, you notice that you fire 3 torpedoes at V'ger and then turn around, run, and fire one out the aft torpedo as well. Well, basically, I recreated that by there's the front torpedo.
There we go. Boom.
And
nice.
So
that's pretty spot on.
That's the 3.
Nice.
You need,
then
need to present Bernie, I think, Jack.
Then we all hang around and wait for 20 seconds or so. So you sort of talk amongst yourselves. Run away.
There we go. Oh, Bernie, you outdid yourself. That looks really good.
So, now, there's no sound, so I'm not competing with Rolf on that point. But I will add the rider to that. Yet, we'll leave it like that, shall we?
Yep.
I will be offering sound with it as well, hopefully in the next month or so. So to those guys on this side of the pond, if you are interested at all, I'm selling them through Neil.
Oh, Neil Wooding.
Yeah, Neil Wooding on through Wild House Models.
Okay.
Because he basically bankrolled the production of these, because it's based on one of these little boards that I developed.
Oh, okay.
And he bankrolled it in the beginning. So really, he's the owner of all the hardware. I just do all the work.
Bernie does all the work. Neil gets all the kickback.
Well, I think I can say it's deserved, because if it weren't for that, they wouldn't exist. You know.
Yep. That's true.
So I think I owe Neil quite a bit. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the arrangement that we've got, because I can still keep the price at an affordable level. Because this is the first one I'm going to offer with the LEDs as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a complete kit. That was one of the reasons of getting the Katinga, so I could measure it up and get the wire length right. Like that. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. practically a whole week's work there.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So, well, it was a case of getting it as near as I thought, then going back and watching the film again, and sort of just tweaking it and so on like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to ask at this point, guys, can anybody else hear that tweeting sound?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Yeah, it's sort of like a squeaking sort of.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. I think it.
No, Bernie, I think it's just you.
All right, let me do this.
I hear it.
I don't hear it.
I don't hear it.
Advanced years. Hearing goes.
Our birds outside.
Yeah, as you get older, your hearing deteriorates. Pardon?
Yeah.
Your hearing is deteriorating.
Hold on, let's just take my hearing aids out.
Where's your mummy?
Actually, I had a problem this morning trying to get these hearing aids because they're Bluetooth. I can usually use them as my headphones, but I can't get them to connect today. So I'm having to go through the speaker. So if I sound a bit
Bluetooth hearing aids remind me of Cybermen. So that's
Yes, same here.
You will be assimilated.
yeah.
Hang on, that's the wrong species.
Bernie.
Yeah.
Have you thought of separating out those two lights? I don't like waiting 20 seconds for that rear torpedo.
Yeah. There's no reason at all. What I was going to do was offer the option that you can either have
That's good.
program sequence, or you can have two buttons, one for the front torpedo, one for the aft, and you can fire them at any individual.
I think your timing for the 3 on the front is spot on, but I think you should be able to do the back one at will.
Yeah. Well, that's not a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, but my opinion on that is if you watch the film, there is a delay between.
Oh yeah, because they have to turn around and start running away. But
Yeah.
not every cruiser is fighting V'gers. What I'm saying.
Yeah, I would agree with Louis. I would go for the separate, but
Well, it's one of those things that I can build in as an option that whoever wants one, they can specify to me exactly whether they want the film sequence or whether they want to have free control over the firing of the torpedoes.
Yeah.
Or even, for instance, that pulsing there. Some people say it's the rear engines pulsing. Some say it's the grill at the front. Some say there's no pulsing at all.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, I can cater for any of those.
Okay. Well, as long as you've thought of it, I mean.
Yeah, it's one of the things. It's an option because I'll program the board in response to the.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of playability.
Yeah.
And you know, like I say, your sequencing on the front is great, and having that as the set is fine. You know, you're going to fire your front torpedoes. You get 3 torpedoes. That seems to be standard in Trek. Whenever they fire the torpedoes, they fire 3 torpedoes.
Fire 3 at once. Yeah.
But I think having an independent control of the back one is.
Yeah.
Can I just jump in because I know it's Bernie's turn, but I want to help him out here. A little demonstration for you. You ready?
Yeah.
Watch. No, you ready?
Now we can see it. Boom! Very nice.
Where'd you get that?
That's Bernie.
Well,
that's Bernie's.
This is Bernie's board.
Oh.
I'm wiring up at the moment, so.
No. What I meant was, how'd you get the model?
How did I get the model?
How does he normally get a model? He goes on the web.
He buys it off me.
Transported it about 30 seconds ago, didn't you, Bernie?
Yeah.
All these guys live close enough together, Jack, that they can just get together and do this stuff.
I just wanted to give you a better look at Bernie's board with the firing forward torpedo. I haven't done the rest; it's wired up, but I can't get it onto the board yet. But I just thought I'd like show you guys on Bernie's behalf how that will look when it comes through the tube.
Right. No, I like the ramp up and the firing is great.
That's good. Well, I'm hoping that, as I say, in the future, I'm going to add the. I've got some little tiny MP3 players. I don't intend redesigning an MP3 player, but I'm going to use this little add-on so that you can use it to have music in the background playing. You know the sequence of music that you get.
Well, just don't sell the MP3 player with the music loaded on it.
Right.
If you don't sell it with any sound effects or music loaded on it, you won't get the wrath of Paramount.
Yeah.
You start putting copyrighted music and selling it, there are a ton of people who will come out of the woodwork.
They'll come down on you like a ton of bricks. That's right. Yeah. No, it will be a case of well, if you load your own tunes on it, you can.
Links may be available elsewhere.
The files may be available elsewhere, but that's not anything you should have to worry about, Bertie.
No, exactly. It's something I got to watch on another board that I've developed for another customer, which is I think I've mentioned it before, Martian War Machine.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
That's using sound clips from the film.
And again, I would be cautious about putting the sound clips on.
Yeah. Well, exactly. So it's just a case of, well, here you go. And by the way, did you know that if you did this, those sound files would end up on your machine?
Well,
I don't know, Lou. Ralph's is pretty near the movie sound.
He's using the isolated sound clips. What I'm talking about is not using the copyrighted music.
Oh, right, I'm with you.
Yeah. How much of a track can you isolate when and not
5 seconds?
I think it's about 5 seconds. It's about 5 seconds, I think. But if they want to be anal about it, it will be a note.
Yeah.
Right. In that case, then I'm breaking copyright laws every time I open my mouth.
Well, no, but you're not selling it.
Yeah, but you're not selling it though. That's the thing.
As soon as money changes hands, it's a different issue.
Well, that's not a problem, you see, because all these sounds are stored on an SD card. I sell the kit and I give them the SD card for free.
That's still
semantics. It's semantics.
It's semantics, which is the kind of stuff that lawyers love. I would say give them the SD card, and if you say do a search for the files, or check your inbox for email.
Yeah.
And just email the file,
and maybe mail a file rather than sell it to them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They open a box and they've got the kit inside, and then check your mail.
Since we're saying this on a live chat, you're giving away your entire.
Look out! Don't do that. You'll be done.
I've never done that. I would never intend to do that.
Yeah.
I am a perfectly law-abiding person.
That's why you find a lot of things have sound-alikes.
Well, we'll send you model kits in a slammer if you ever end up there. So
yeah.
All right, moving on. Can we move on?
Yes.
Sure. All right.
Out of this hole.
Very good. Then I just want to show off our community cover for the Facebook page. This is
that's lovely.
Little yellow submarine. Boy, that's okay, Randall. It's okay. You can take your medication. Stop twitching. This yellow is always a feat to do, but he did this I don't know, close to a year ago, maybe might be into that last year, and he did work in progress pictures of it, and it was multiple layers. Just as I thought it was done, he says, "Oh, I'm going to do one more layer of this paint," and I have to say, it's the most interesting submersible that I have seen in a while. Like last community cover was the Yamato breaking water, but this one is just a lot of fun. And he apparently, as you can see, he's got it wired. I'm not sure. I think it's the periscopes.
Yeah, it looks like the periscopes are lit.
Yeah.
Did anybody see that yellow submarine over there?
Yeah.
Still sounds Scottish.
That was not. Look.
That was a great Scots accent there.
Well, it's actually supposed to be Liverporean.
Liverporean.
Don't forget that the 4 Beatles in Yellow Submarine, the voices are not the 4 Beatles.
No, they're not.
So that's,
No, they're me.
Ken's build there. How you doing, Heath? Like we don't know already.
Well, I'm doing okay. I mean, I've had a wee little break over the past summer because 11:30 at night, not really good for me. But now since it's 10:30, I'm back with a vengeance. So look out.
Oh well, gee.
We move it next week.
Pardon?
This is one of 2 times in a year you can come on so early. Next time,
Yes.
in a couple of weeks, you'll be right back to drinking your Red Bull and going to sleep.
Well, the thing is, when we have daylight savings, that's when, if I was not doing my course, I would be doing the Sunday hangout. But I'll be finishing that soon, so then you'll have me back. But because daylight saving is coming to an end in April, first week of April, I'll be back because the show will start at 9:30, and that's a much better time for me. Plus 10:30 is a better time for me too. But besides that, I have been a busy boy. Some people may have seen this particular model online on the MeWe site and the Facebook site. I'm pleased to say this one is almost finished. This is the Jordan 191 that I started last year, and now I'm nearly finished it. The only thing I have to do is put some white striping around here, around the air intake, and put the rest of the advertisers on here, and it's done. But as you can see, it's all, the nose has been done, the sides have been done. I had a bit of a snafu with
you were having an issue with the decals,
with the decals.
What does food sound like, I wonder?
Basically, well, I'm not going to say it on the air because there might be kids watching, and I don't want to wake up my daughter because she's just gone to bed. So I'm not going to do an exact replica, but it sounds a little something like this. Son of a...
That's what
this
like. Okay, got it.
This one's nearly finished. Now I'm glad Bernie is on tonight.
Uh-oh.
Oh, nothing bad, Bernie. In fact, I'm asking for a favor.
Like I said, uh-oh.
Now, I have already got a Knight Rider model kit, like over here right now. Now, I have a little bit of an issue with this kit. This is an original AMT kit, not like my NPC Knight Rider that I did last year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Bernie, sweetheart, dear, do you think... Now, I want to turn this into card, like kits.
Okay.
The prototype. Now, I'm just thinking, is it possible, dear, as he does the old little butter eyelids? Do you think you'd be able to... Oh, I'm willing to pay for this. I am willing to pay for this.
No, you got my ears now.
Do you think you could actually do a green scanner?
A green?
It's actually yellow. Because I've seen pictures of the car and they say that it's green or it's yellow, but I'm thinking it's green because as you can see there on the box, the scanner goes the same place as where kit does. Now, the other issue with this one is I'm not going to be able to put the engine in this one because if I do get the scanner, the engine's not going to be able to fit in there. So this is just going to be the body shell.
Actually, you say that it depends on the size of LED you're looking at because little tiny ones.
What kind of what size board would that be? I mean, that's the thing.
The board
well, this is a.
Well, you're saying as Liam was about to say, the board doesn't have to be at the front; it could be anywhere hidden in the car.
Yeah, I mean, I could put it in the back.
You put it in the trunk. Yeah, you could put it in
the trunk where the thing is.
Yeah.
You just have behind it.
Yeah, because you can basically put the wire in it because I've thought about this because I had a look at the bottom of the car. I mean, I could put the exhaust in, but then before I put the exhaust in, you put the wire where the exhaust, because it's a pretty deep cavity.
Yeah.
On the thing, I could put the wire. I could put the wire going up.
Oh,
if you're gonna put on a base, then you can put everything in the base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, how many individual elements are there to that scan?
Well, it's one big piece. It's just one big piece, Bernie.
Now, how many lights? For
how many
lights for the Larson scanner?
Yeah,
I'm thinking it's probably 10.
Then you would be right, Lou.
Yeah, see, that's what's going to take up the room. If you've got 10 LEDs there, you're going to have a minimum of 11 wires going to it.
Yeah, that's the issue.
LED and one common.
Bernie, couldn't you use SMDs? Wouldn't that be better?
Yeah. Well, the thing is you still need to supply the signal to each individual LED.
You know, magnetic wire would work, but the thing about magnetic wire, even after 10, it does get pretty thick.
Yeah. 10 wires, even twisted together.
I think the way, I'm not sure, but I think the best way to do it is just attach it to a board that fits in that spot.
Yeah,
this version doesn't come with any decals, not at all.
You would have to give Bernie the measurements for the opening and the
Not to evoke Ralph again, but he's done something even smaller for the new Cylon Raider. That is a long, skinny board that actually fits into the tiny head. So you could do a board where the front edge of the board are the lights, and tuck right in behind that spot.
Yeah.
The only thing,
it's a pretty small spot. It's a pretty small spot, Lou, because I've just rubbed my finger around where the decal would go, and it's just like it feels like about 10 spaces.
Yeah. And
so from left to right,
to put the bulbs on a small ribbon cable going to the back.
This is Fox Cylon Raider.
Yeah.
And as you see, the entire board is thrusted right up into the nose where the eyeball is.
But I think that's only 5 lights.
Oh, is it?
I mean, I don't think. I mean, the SM LEDs on the eye. I think there's quite a bit fewer than what Heath is asking for.
Oh, I see.
I mean, it just depends. I mean, you could do it with 5, because the thing is, it's not that. It's the same.
What's the physical?
Same type.
What's the?
Yeah, crack it open and tell them how physically big the opening is.
How wide is the slot? And then from that we can work out how many.
Well, it's just a flat piece of plastic.
Right.
Yeah, but we need to know the opening, how wide and how deep.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Hang on.
Right.
Is that the AMT kit?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's not like the MPC kit. I'll tell you that.
There's got to be a clear insert that goes in there.
I've checked the clear parts, Lou, and there's nothing there.
Oh,
it's only the windows and stuff.
That's pretty.
It's only the windows and stuff. All right. Okay. Come on.
Do they have knives down there?
No.
So it's not the car prototype kit. No.
Yeah, it's car.
It is a car kit. Okay, right.
Well, no, it's kit, but I'm turning it into car.
But there is a car kit.
Is there a kit? But is there a kit of the car kit?
A kit car.
The kit of car.
Yeah.
Well, that's the.
But is there a King Kong kit?
King Kong kit, yeah, there's a King Kong kit, but I walked into that one, didn't I?
Is there an Eartha kit?
Oh, jeez. Gentlemen, I'm trying to be serious here.
Right, so how wide is it then, Heath?
It's about, let's see.
Well, how come
using my index finger and my thumb from corner to corner, it's about that big.
Don't you have a ruler there somewhere?
Oh, seriously.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah, you need one of these right here.
Look, Who doesn't?
All right, hang on a minute here. I've got to try and look. Jeez, I'm not that flaming bloody. God, Jesus.
I have a picture on screen.
Do you want to burn mine, Heath?
It's smaller than a bread box, Bernie.
Here, let me pass mine through the camera.
No, I got smaller one. Here we go.
Yes, I'd say about 4 inches.
That's what she said.
That's a picture of the funny spit there.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, pick on Heath Day again, didn't it? I'll go away for a month, and it's still the same.
So how come the car?
We bottled it all up, you know.
Let me ask a serious question. How come the car kit box shows it as a red light then if it's supposed to be green?
Because the kit car is red, not green.
That's a kit car kit that he's got there, but he's turning it into a.
No, the box art that they were showing for the car kit.
No, that was the box art for kit.
No, it says car, prototype car.
That one, that's on my screen now.
That's on.
Yeah, that's the one.
And it shows it as a red light.
It is a red light.
Why does he?
That was from season 1. That was from season 1.
Oh, God.
I mean, I'm all for changing it up because I think it helps it look different. Why did it's not
And a kit car kit, a car kit.
Oh God. Okay.
James,
All right.
Are we talking about?
Okay. All right. All right.
somebody make it stop.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
You just get a measurement and pass it on to Bernie.
I'm just trying to find the ruler.
Okay.
I'm going to guess that if your finger
Found one. Excuse me. Found one.
And now I wonder if that's going to be an imperial or a metric. So this will be interesting.
I'm getting old.
Australian metric, probably. Yeah.
I got one of those double-sided rulers. I can check.
This is for you, Randall. Imagine if NASA used Heath's School of Measurements.
Yeah.
Actually, NASA lost a probe because
They did.
The manufacturers used inches and miles, and NASA used millimeters and kilometers.
Did it overshoot or undershoot?
It undershoot. Well, it actually smashed into Mars instead of going into orbit.
They were aiming for it. They got a good shot, but they were.
Do you want it in inches or centimeters?
Whatever.
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Please give him tell him something.
Millimeters.
All right, centimeters it is. It's about.
It's about.
I am trying to measure this thing.
Guys, give the man a chance.
Shut up.
We're laughing with you, Heath. We're laughing with
That
you.
reminds me of a sign I saw. There was a company that was called Precision Timekeeping Instruments. Name of the company on the building. Precision Timekeeping Instruments. There was a sign on the door. Be back in about an hour.
Well, from my measurements, it's like about 4 centimeters.
4 centimeters. That's about 1.5 inches, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, about that.
I reckon you could get. Let's see.
Well, see, in inches, because I'm putting the ruler over the headlights because I can't quite get into because there's a bit of a curve on the bumper. So I'm just trying to.
That's where your calipers come in.
Yeah, that's where the things come in.
Hold on a second. Let me just get it from SMD.
Yeah, it's about 1.5 inches across.
About 1.5 inches. Right.
Yeah.
Awfully wide.
That's a shot from the program, and it shows 7. Well, 7 you can see 7 LEDs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, there should be an odd number so that there's one in the center.
Yeah. Well, if it's got 7, that gives a better chance of getting them in, whatever size they are.
Yeah.
Hang on, I've got a pen here. I'll give him a count.
Yeah. It's always best to have an odd number so you have that one right dead center.
Yeah.
1,
which it is, yeah.
Liam, did you
Two,
not have one up there that had a
three,
light?
4,
1, 2, 3, 4,
Right,
5,
Randy.
6, 7.
7, 8, 9, 10,
There
11,
are 4 lights.
12, 13. It's got about 13 lines across, going vertically.
13 millimeters?
From,
She's 13.
yeah, from left to right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of LEDs.
That's a hell of a lot. I mean, physically.
I mean, we could. The thing is, we could miss the last one and the first one, and just go sort of like put.
11.
But my point is, the original movie, which I had up on screen, had 7. That's all you need is 7.
Yeah, if 7 is all you need, then all you need is 7.
Well, 7's all you need then.
Yeah.
All you need is 7.
Da, 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 da.
There are 7 lights.
Yeah.
There are 4 lights.
Well, the thing is I could use these. They would fit in that. You could easily get 7 across in these.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Easily.
Yeah.
So but that was never going to be an issue. It was just a case of whatever width to decide how many. The big issue is whether you've got enough room for. If it's going to be 7, you're going to have 8 wires coming from that board to whatever's controlling it.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Bernie, I could have the board coming from. If I make a display case,
Yeah.
I could have the board coming up from underneath the board.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like have the wires coming up.
Then all you need to do is a ribbon cable of some sort.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you used Kynar wire, the sort of stuff that I use, you can't see it from here, but I've got some hung up over there. That's really, really tiny, and that can be wound together, and you'll end up with a bundle that's no thicker than.
I'll have to take this out.
Looks like
All right. Are you done there, Heath? We got to be moving on.
Go ahead.
One question for you before we pass on to another one. How many modelers does it take to screw in a light bulb? All right.
50?
You're still using light bulbs?
Yeah, we're screwing them in too, you know.
For anyone who's not watching the chat over on the YouTube channel, Dirk just said, I can't tell if Jim is just tired or his head is going to explode.
How you doing, Jim?
I'm doing fine. Okay. Well, I bet I've been trying to get some more work done on this boat. It's been busy, but I've got the one strip done. But I ran into an issue where I have to sand and fit where the boat crosses the keel board, the bow board, and then the front and the back. Well, when I started sanding it, the vibrations it didn't like, because this board is only held on by about 1 millimeter of glue all the way along it, because it doesn't attach to the ribs. So it kept breaking off. So I had this board break off 3 times while I was trying to thing it. 3 times I had to glue this thing back on.
Oh dear.
So I finally got to the point, where now that I had to put clamps at the bow and the stern to hold the board in place, and then sand it to cut down on the vibration transmission down the side, so I could sand it.
Was that sanding it by hand or using a tool?
By hand.
Would it have been better if you used a rotary tool that's a higher speed, less or higher?
No, I would still do the same thing.
Yeah. Just
because if it was soft wood like the rest of it is, it probably wouldn't be a big issue. But because this is walnut, it's hard, and so it's more. You're going to get a lot more vibration.
Is that also harder to make it, since it's walnut, is it harder to make the bends?
Yes. You got to soak it more. You got to soak it longer to make it pliable. Yeah. So makes everything a lot more complicated. Plus, because this piece is not attached to the ribs, I had to clamp to the board just below it.
Right.
Because what's happened is these top of these ribs are going to get cut off. So it can't be attached to the ribs.
Okay, so it doesn't attach to how? I mean, in the real boat, what does it attach to?
It's free floating.
Wow. Okay.
It's just attached to the top board because it's the gunnel.
Right.
That's the gunnel. So it's not attached to anything other than the free board because the ribs are below it.
So what you couldn't attach it to the freeboard and then have those two reinforcing each other and then do your sanding?
Well, it was.
I guess I'm missing where the freeboard is.
Okay. Okay. This board
right
is attached to the board below it.
So that's the only place it attaches?
That's the only place it attaches to.
What goes on top of it?
Nothing goes on top of it.
Okay, so there's no deck or anything that goes over top of it?
No.
Top. Okay.
There's a bit of a deck on the inside, but it doesn't attach to this because this is the gunnel.
It's part
and,
of
and you still have the one to go on the other side yet?
Oh yeah, I got to do the other side yet because I had that, like I said. So that's 3.5 days work there in order to get that far because of breaking off and then having to glue it back in and clamp it.
Okay, and you're using just wood glues on it?
Yes.
Okay, what would happen if you turned it upside down and took the seam where the walnut piece is touching the board underneath it from the inside and ran like a bead of epoxy or something along that?
Oh, because you don't want because you'll see that. It's going to be visible.
Yeah. You're not painting the inside?
Yes.
Well, then you're painting over top of it.
Well, it'll be fine. It'll be fine anyways. But you don't want to use epoxy anyways. It's going to...
I'm just thinking of a tiny bead, or even if a tiny bead, something that would...
Yeah, you don't use CA.
That would reinforce that whole length so that your vibration...
Under the stresses of this, I would think that CA would fracture.
Definitely. Just a quick aside. Hey, Ken's Model Shop just put up a message on the chat if you want to have a look at it. Didn't hear me. Hey, Ken's Model Shop just put a message up on the chat on the YouTube channel if you want to check it.
Yeah.
Who put it up?
Ken's Model Shop. Just have a look.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
And there's no sense doing the other one until you've gotten that one sanded in.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of something you could reinforce that against to make it stronger, to make it easier for you to sand it.
Well, the easiest way of doing it is with the clamps.
Yeah.
Because the clamps are going to hold it stable.
It's not a case of perhaps leave it for a few days.
No. Well, it was left for a few days before
it's not going to stand itself.
From a frustration point of view, not from a glue setting point of view.
No, it's not a glue setting one. It's strictly vibration and fracturing of the joint. Strictly because there's not enough surface area of the joint to really give a good adhesion. Because we're only talking about a small bead, about a mil of a half joint between where it's connected to the board below it. So that's where we're with that part. But I did get in last week. I got my book and decal sheet for my destroyer project. I did get in last week. I got my.
Where am I getting the?
It's from Heath. I muted them.
You mean you could have done that all along?
Hey.
Oh my God, you people like to rib each other. I love it.
Anyway, yeah.
So they sell just as the decal sheet, decal sheet and the
with the book.
schemes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's neat.
Yeah. So it's a book of. It's actually more than one captured. It's a book on captured panzers, but it gives you bit history and.
Now, do they tell you which kits that will work with?
No, it doesn't tell you that. Well, what they give you a sheet with all the decals for 1/35th, 1/48.
So they give you the scale. They give you the scale, but they don't give you this will. Oh, okay. They're not really dependent on the contours of the kit.
No.
Okay. Oh, I like that idea.
Although, if I was an Allied soldier in World War II and I saw a panther approaching, I wouldn't stop to go, "Oh, hold on, can I check if it's got a German marking or an Allied marking?"
Well, that was why they put their brigade markings on the turret rather than on the fuselage of the tank.
Yeah. Right.
To cut down the axe of friendly fire.
Yeah.
That's why they painted big stars in the backs of the tanks too, for aircraft recognition more than anything else.
Yeah. We'll see.
If they'd just
there's destroyer there.
Right, and that's
you've got 10th Armored Brigade and the red flag with the gold maple leaf for the Canadian Armored Corps.
No big crosses.
No.
Yeah, no bullseyes.
This is what you were talking to me about the other day, wasn't it, Jim?
Yeah, and then it doesn't show it on this drawing, but it was on there on the glacis on the side here. It says destroyer, but they don't show it in the painting. Yeah.
Mm.
Which was a thing that Canadian, the British, all the British units did. They all named their tanks. So they called this one deserter, just to be apropos for it, because that's the way they were using it. Switch sides, so they called it deserter.
Bit of a nasty shock to the Germans having one of their own 88 millimeters turned against them.
Yeah.
The British version of that thing, and for some reason they called it cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
Cuckoo in the nest.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's it?
That's it.
All right. That's it for Pitt. All right. Moving on. We had here. Where did it go?
Add here.
The maybe. Community cover. Great Scott!
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's heavy.
Yeah.
That's
a lot of work in there.
David DeLorean interior for the Back to the Future.
Oh, that's heavy.
That's like right down to the gum wrappers.
Yep.
Much of wiring there,
yeah. Yep. So this is, of course, a work in progress. And then he says something to the effect of, "Oh, then it's going to be covered up with the body. You're not going to see any of it." So I said, "Well, you can always have the body removable, so you can have bragging rights still."
Yeah.
And he accidentally put it back in time and lost it completely.
Right.
To the alternate 1985. Alternate to me, alternate to you, but normal to everyone else.
Yeah. So that's blah, blah, blah. Dave's boy, you just made it back in time, Jamie. I was going to skip over you. Why don't we just skip over you anyway?
Jack.
Yeah, let's flip over, Jamie.
What's going on?
Right. As you know, I've been working on the Katinga. And
Nah, really?
yeah, I'm putting a lot at the moment. Like I said, we're at this stage now, so I'll show you. We've got this one.
Birdie work.
Nice.
There's some touch-up work to do.
Birdie work.
It's all there, and then you got the None of this is put together. It's just held.
Oh, that looks beautiful. Now, did you use Lou's mask? I noticed the other day you said you were using Lou's masks.
Yeah, this is all Lou's mask. So yeah, they are really, really good, and they do save you a hell of a lot of time.
I didn't know that was the color of them in the motion picture because you can't really tell. I suppose you can't really tell the color in the motion picture, can you?
No, it's the motion picture. They changed a lot of colors in the motion picture. They underlit it and turned it grayer than that, but that's based on one of the prop pictures before it went under the lights.
Yeah, it's basically done what they do on the box art, really. The only thing I've changed is on the color call outs. If you the middle section, they've got a color like a dark iron mixed with a buff. It doesn't come out quite the right color. It comes out like an orangey color. So I've had to re-go over that. And
it's more tan than desert yellows, if I recall.
Yeah, so I remixed it to what I thought it looked like, and that's how it came out.
And that's the best thing about the Klingon ships in general. You can paint them using your own color. They're not as color exact as Federation things. You can make them look a little bit off and make it more still. I mean,
this part I'm up to there, so I've got that done.
It still reads as the right colors.
And we've wired up that.
Did you use the resin bridge on that, Jamie?
Yeah, I've used the resin bridge. So it's quite good. And then the bottom torpedoes in, so that's all wired up ready. So it's getting there slowly. So when you put it together, you sort of get something like that.
Now that's the same scale as the refit, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't say.
Yeah, 1/350.
I think the refit's a little bit bigger.
Well, no, they're both 350 scale.
Yeah, but as in physical size, I think the refit's slightly longer.
Yeah, but it's comparable scale.
So I've been working on that. I've had a job in. This will please Jack because it's out of my comfort zone because I don't like doing them. I've got to do that.
Oh, bloody hell!
Yes.
Volkswagen.
That's
what movie am I thinking of? Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
It's not a bad little. It's a 1 in 24 size, so it's not a bad little size. So it should be.
Are you going to light it, Jamie?
No.
Oh, you should have a smoking machine in there with a few hiccup.
That's it. We need a little cloud. I
was looking for a. I had one years ago, and I've not built one since. And I wanted the 2000, the Enterprise 2000.
Which one is that?
Oh, come on, guys! The Excelsior.
The Excelsior.
I was looking at the one. I was looking at the 1000.
CC 2000.
I was looking at the new reversion of the 1000 kit.
Jack's building that.
Yeah,
I got that too.
New one here.
Yeah, and
I'm working on right now. With the original one.
Yeah, that's the one I've got, Jack. I saw that on eBay for £10, so I brought it.
It sucks. Go ahead.
But I to be honest with you, I can't see much difference between the two kits. To be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, there is between the water edges, the details between the bridge. There's difference. There's even
the old kit is only the NCC.
Yeah,
that's right.
The new kit you can do either or the NX or the NCC. There's quite a difference between them.
Yeah, there is.
What's the one on the box art, Jack?
What's that?
What's the one pictured on the box art?
That's the NX.
That's the NX.
It's the
NX.
NX.
The new one is the NX, and the old one is the NCC.
Well, I've got the
quality of the kit itself of the old kit is really bad.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
There's a lot of struggles I'm having with it.
Big gap.
But I would suspect that the repop is going to be easier. And I did watch Tony McCash build his. while he was building it. Basically, we hung out privately, and he was coming up with all the pitfalls. And I saw Lou do his, and then he was developing, of course, the paint masks for it. So there was a new one. The old one is nothing like it, actually. So
I've actually got the original.
Anyway, the only other news I've got is I actually managed. I don't know how it's got into this country, right? Because they're not on general release here till July, August.
What?
But I've managed to snag the new. I didn't want to do another 1 in 4 Enterprise D, but I've managed to snag the new Enterprise D.
Well, they did repop it, yes.
No, the smaller version, the one.
Yeah,
the 25.
Yeah, the 125.
Yeah.
So, but you can't get it in this country till July, August. But I managed to find one, and I've got that coming. So that looks pretty good. That one, the repop of that, and it comes with all the Aztec decals apparently. So it should be quite a little bit of fun build.
Yeah.
Well, just going back to the Excelsior, I've got both the original pop and the repop, and I agree with Jack. The original pop is absolute rubbish. I had struggles. I had absolute trouble trying to get the top part to stick onto the bottom part. In the end, I just had to get some clamps and just go, right, stay there until it's bloody dry.
Not bad. But like I said, Jack, apart from that, the Katinga's taken up a bit of my time, so I'm enjoying that build. And the amazing thing I love about that kit is what I just showed you is none of that is glued together. It's just basically held together on its own. It's that tight fitted. It's really, really good.
What, the old kit?
No, the Katinga.
Oh, the Katinga. Oh, sorry. Yes, that's what I've heard. I mean, right there.
Yeah, literally, you can just without.
That's the whole idea that when we were talking to Jamie Hood when he came in, he talked extensively about the development of that kit. And he does pay attention to what people are saying. And one of the things that I think every modeler complains about is the fit of the parts together. It's almost as if a person who never modeled a day in their life created and molded the kit. So there's special attention, because there's a lot of other things you can pay attention to when you're building a kit. Trying to make parts fit couldn't be one of them. Is the point.
I mean, the great thing about that kit, especially for when you're lighting it and you're not using the round 2 kit, it's got all the placements there for you. There's no drilling to do. It's all done.
Yeah, well, that's true. That makes it very neat and clean, because unlike this, we'll get to my thing. And I'm actually at a point where I've done enough on this. Maybe I can start doing video on it, because I don't know how much longer the old kit will be around, but certainly that will be an interesting translation into the new kit.
I've got a little bit of a tip, Jack, that most people will probably know, but for people who are watching, they may not know. When I do, when you're doing the diffusing, or when people are using like sprays, or I don't know, they do all types of stuff. But I've found that if you use this stuff, this is a very, 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 very fine steel wool.
Yeah, I've tried that too.
I kind of like doing it with this, because it doesn't leave any scratch marks and it diffuses really well. So it's just a little tip for anybody that sort of like is doing any diffusing to get some of this stuff, because it's quite good.
You're sure you don't short anything out with it?
Oh yeah.
That's the problem with that stuff. It leaves
That's
air
why
all over the place.
Go for that reason.
You guys are not going to let me live that day.
Sandpaper is something that could be used too. So anything that's abrasive could be used. But in my
you get my wife to shout that.
I used dental acrylic, which even nail acrylic would do the same thing. I get enough thickness, it'll diffuse rather nicely. So there's a lot of ways you can do. Diffusing LED light is as personal, as individual as our thumbprints. It's really crazy how many ways you can diffuse it. You can even do it through styrene.
But that's what I'm up to, so that's me.
Okay, fair enough. All right, moving on. Ken. Ken Skiffington. Look.
Oh. Borg tactical visit. Borg tactical cube.
This is scratch built.
Yeah.
What?
He's a great guy for scratch build.
Yeah.
Well, Ken Skiffington, he scratch builds everything. He doesn't buy it.
What amazes me is how quick he does them.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he farts, and that's what happens. Look.
God, that's the best tactical Borg cube I've seen in a long time.
What size do you reckon that is?
Well, considering the surroundings, it looks, I don't know, 6.
Knowing Ken, that's probably a half an inch cube.
But 12 by 12, I would say, but.
But, you know, why can't model companies build a cube like that?
It doesn't.
Because it costs too much.
If you molded it right, it wouldn't even be that much, that many parts.
No.
And then
You just got repetition.
go 3 sides and then make 3 more copies.
You could make, you know, all 6 sides of the cube is one mold.
Yep.
And then put the outside armor on it.
That was seen in Voyager, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good work, Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ken said 8-inch by 8-inch by 8-inch.
Well, yep.
I was guessing 6. 8 is good, actually. That's a nice size. Yeah, I was texting. I have some more views here. This is my favorite view here. This is just amazing.
You don't want to see that in your rearview mirror.
No.
Or in front of you, for that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, okay. How are you there, Liam?
I'm fine, Jack. Thank you. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Liam.
Hello, boyo.
How are we all doing? The day before St. Patrick's Day, Jack was wearing green. He's changed his mind again now.
The T-shirt was too damn tight. It was giving me itchies.
Oh my God! Yes. It's meant to be on the day anyhow.
Not because the T-shirt's too small. It's because I just grew too big.
I'm sure it was shrunk in the wash, Jack.
To be sure.
Well, I wonder if I could get into the wash and shrink the same way, huh?
Doesn't work like that.
Cycle. I get seasick real easy. So.
No matter how many times I take a shower, I still don't shrink.
I know that feeling.
It don't work like that.
I'm working away again on the X-wing, removing massive chunks of the kit.
Oh gee,
is there any X-wing left?
And the whole
it looks like a Bandai part now.
Sorry, oh yes, that's true. But the reason being, in order to correct the rocket channels which are on the side here.
What kit is that, Liam?
That's the Revell 129 scale one, which is, you know, it's a nice size. It's not far off studio size when you build it. So there were panels here. Get this right. Which represented the rocket launchers. But all it was basically a smudge on the side of the ship, so they're not actually across. So a while back, Andy Johns and Andy Golightly were building this, and they 3D printed replacement.
Oh, sorry.
Sure. Unlightable too.
Yes. So the plan is to put these to the side.
Yeah, a lot better
for accuracy. Then I had 3D printed the pilot and the cockpit. Again, I've been at for a while because I keep having to take more and more of the original 3D print away to incorporate or allow me to put in the lighting. Then I came across a problem that this wouldn't fit inside this space. So again, I've had to take a whole chunk off the bottom of this as well, of the original. Basically, the parts I'm removing were part of the support structure. It was all of the where all the things going into all these holes. So I had to remove all of those. But effectively now, when I put it together, it is starting to get there. The range is quickly. And Bernie did me Bernie has a lighting kit for this as well, which I'm going to incorporate on. So effectively, you've got that, which is where it is at the minute. This is way too low. It's normally like that.
Mm.
So these pieces will go into the side for the rocket launchers, and then a lot of filling. So that's the body done. Then I'll start into the wings, which I have. The only part I'm keeping for the lasers are the four C-shaped parts. The rest of it will all be aluminium tubing in 3 different sizes. So one tube goes inside the next tube, goes inside the next tube to represent the same as the original model. And then finally optical fiber down those. So it's getting there. The kit that Bernie does has a battle damage option. It has a way to alter the lighting in the cockpit. It has the engines flickering. And I've managed someone sending me the magenta LEDs you need for the engines, which are hard to get a hold of. So I'm making progress on it a bit faster than I have been going, but I'm happy that it's going the way I want, hopefully. That's my main project at the minute. I'm also still waiting for a few more parts for this thing, which is the tricorder.
Yeah.
I'm doing as well. I have the lighting kit, but I'm thinking about putting a 1.8-inch video screen into it as well. But that's coming from China. But we'll see. But the main thing is this beastie at the minute. So that's where I am.
Yeah, very cool. That is really cool. So that's where you're at. That's it.
That's it at the minute.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Next up, so this Google stuff is really confusing me. This is MeWe and Lou posts his videos here. I would highly recommend you check out his videos. His videos are always pleasant to watch and quite instructional. So how you doing there, Lou?
I'm doing well. I had a good modeling week with the pod. It is the decals. You know my life with decals, but the pod's going very well. Let's see if I can grab it. It's still not too unwieldy here with the. I'll neaten some of that up. Come on.
It looks like one of Simon's builds, actually.
Yeah. But, working on the interior.
Could you switch to loose feeds, Jack? Sorry.
There you go.
Jack, you're not presenting loose feeds, sorry.
Am I not? Okay, sorry.
That's Birdie.
Sorry.
What happened?
Yeah, I'm just being I'm being distracted.
Multitasking.
Which is not so hard to do, actually.
Decals seem to settle down nicely there.
They're a pain. They're a pain. And I don't have any one of those things where they're designed. I mean, they're designed to do what they're supposed to do. There's a fine white line that goes around those instrument clusters. Yeah. And the problem is trying to the cutouts that they've got for the raised buttons needs to be a little bit bigger than it is. So I ended up cutting little stress releases in all of the corners so that it would fit down over top of the button clusters. And that's the only way around it I can think, but you can't, it's tough to do that on the round openings. You can do that on the, on the squares and the rectangles.
Yeah.
It's tougher to do that on the round openings. So that was the tough part. And they insist on giving you the whole console panel as one decal. Oh. And that means you're sitting here, trying to shimmy it back and forth and then plop it down on the center where it goes. And that's just, that way lies madness.
And you get it to fit at one end and then it's out of whack on the other end?
Well, what I did is I just cut out the big chunks of the black that is only decal. I mean, there's no instruments, there's no white line. It's just big areas of black. I cut those out of the decals and put down just the areas with the white trim because I've already painted I've already painted those consoles black to begin with.
Yeah.
So no sense putting a black decal over a black painted surface. But once I put the sprays on it, the edge of the decal disappears, and you know, everything's great and hunky dory. But this is, and if you watch the video, you'll see this is my new love here.
Your new love, huh? I've been using that for a long time. I'm
Yeah.
glad your new love. We can share. I love that stuff too. I really do. The matte varnish is great.
That's what I used to use. It used to be called back when Polyscale still made it, was still being made. It was called Dust.
Dust.
And it was basically a matte varnish, but it gave you a fine dust layer, but it flattened all the colors.
Oh my gosh, it flattens all the colors. It makes things less cartoony. Yeah.
Makes it less toy-like. But that was the big discovery for the week.
I had some issues with it, causing like a over decals. It was causing some problems for me, but I was getting like a ghosting effect sometimes. But
how so?
It just I was getting like a gray layer was coming out after I used it over the top of.
I would imagine. Well, I would say make sure your airbrush is clean and shake it up really well so you're not getting an over amount of the pigment.
Yep. Well, I mean, I haven't used it since. I must try it again because I was just worried about it affecting another model. But if it works for you, it's worth trying.
Yeah. But that's how the cookie crumbled this week. I got a couple of orders out, so that took away some time from actual model work. But that's me in a nutshell. No, this is me in a nutshell.
I'm sorry. Bob is leaving. Bob Bruce is stepping away. All right. Let's see what we have here. I hope John Hunt is still watching. I'm sure you guys know what this is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like that kid. As a kid, I loved that kid. Because you could light the eyeball up and think you were just, you know, hot snot.
Yeah, hot snot. Yep. I think with this is that look at the paint job that he's done. It looks
beautiful.
It looks leathery, and I like it.
Yeah, beautiful.
I must admit, I thought it was an armchair when I saw it first.
The floating armchair of death. That thing was slice you. That thing killed Anthony Perkins. That's how tough it is. That killed Anthony Perkins.
The comfy chair of death.
Absolutely love that paint. Yeah, absolutely love it. Very nice. Okay. Thank you.
Not a great robot to kill the psycho.
Yeah.
I once saw the original in the National Film Theatre in London. There was a presentation by Peter Ellenshaw. He did all of the
matte paintings for it. Yeah.
Yep. That's 19. But it was interesting. I mean, and it was a big deal at the time, the movie, but then it went into a black hole. The movie, that was the problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was 79 because it came out the same year as the motion picture.
Yep.
All right. Moving on. How you doing there, Phil?
Hello. Getting there.
Evil and
I've been doing some simple kits recently. I just want to show you the one. So I'm just trying to get to the. Well, I'll show it here anyway. This is one of the ones I completed.
Ooh. Seawolf?
The Seawolf, yeah. With a little bit of weathering on it, not much, just to make it look slightly used.
150 or 700.
That's 700 scale. This is a kit that my wife picked up for me actually from a charity shop. So that I thought, I'll throw that together. It's a very, very simple kit. There's about half a dozen parts in it, I think. It was all in the cleanup.
If it was 350, it'd be near that sort of length there.
Right.
Yeah. It'd be double the length if it was 350. So that was one I completed. I also I'd already sort of pretty much completed it by the last of the Hangouts, but didn't get a chance to show it, so I'll put this up and I'll share it. Share. There we go.
Yes.
So that was the Brachiosaur I did. Actually, while the quite pleased with the way the eye came out.
Looks like a high school class picture.
And while the last Hangout was on, I was working on the Archaeopteryx, so and I've glued him on the back now.
Ah,
Hitching a ride.
Dinosaurs did have feathers.
So yeah, that's that one. Hang on.
Ooh, that's actually
Also,
very realistic.
Yeah, I like
Not that I've ever seen a dinosaur.
I like the way you did the skin effect there. It
Yeah.
looks really good.
well, I mean, it's a very good sculpt anyway on the because that's the Tamiya Brachiosaur. To share this, I was also revisiting the Tyrannosaur, and you remember that the thing I was joking about with doing the wood build?
Yeah.
That's the branch that comes with the Tyrannosaur.
That's your wood build. I love it.
Yeah.
Is there also the captain's log?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh God.
Oh,
There's that one.
He's become a branch manager.
yeah, what you just said
Yeah.
matches my fart just now, you know.
That's branching out.
Yeah.
I bow to
And and I also
I know if I didn't say it,
last
Randall, you would.
weekend.
Sorry, go ahead.
And sorry, and last weekend that arrived.
Ooh, I've always liked
Triceratops.
Triceratops. That's
So
design.
Does it come?
I've been working on that.
Does the Triceratops come with those other smaller raptors?
It comes with two velociraptors. It comes with 2 fish, a frog, and there's a molded in amphibian on the base.
I actually wonder why it comes with 2 fish.
You got little
It only
pond.
comes with one. They can't make more.
Yeah.
There's a little pool that you can put them in, and that's where it is currently. I've been filling and redoing the texture. You probably can't see it there.
How many?
Sorry?
How many pieces was that? How many parts?
This. 4, 5,
Not one.
6, 7, 8. It's about nine pieces in that.
Okay, so it's not one of those left half, right half deals.
Oh no. The head. It's got the 2 main horns are separate. The head and frill are separate. It's 2 halves of the body, and no, there's more actually, because you got the legs and then you've got the feet to go on the legs. So add 4 onto that as well.
Okay.
So you have to, but obviously the seams are interesting to deal with.
Yeah, because you have to keep the texture of the scales.
You have to try and get the texture. I'll just try and bring
What do
this
you
up.
use for filling the seams? Is it like the Vallejo putty or?
So I've interrupted you guys. So I've interrupted. I've had an unexpected visitor. My sister's turned up, so I'm gonna have to cut it short and see you all next time.
All right, Jamie.
Go figure.
See you, Jamie.
Bye.
see you, Jamie.
Bye.
That's because we're all long-winded.
Keep modeling.
So what do you use to put the texture back after you sanded it?
Right. Just bear with me. I'm just going to screen share this if it'll let me. So it'll give you an idea of what I was doing with it, with the screen share.
Oh, sure you say that.
Okay.
So I can zoom in a bit. Is that zooming in for you? Have I got the wrong one?
Yep.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
Zoomed in.
Look at that.
So you can see now. I've been using well, initially to do the initial fill, I used some basically dissolved plastic card in Tamiya glue just to get the initial fill around it. And I've been using Mr. Dissolved Putty and basically blobbing on to try and replicate the
Skin texture.
the skin texture.
But do you use like a sponge or something?
No, I just used a paintbrush and just blobbed each individual dot on as I saw fit.
Well,
no, a sponge would just flatten it back down again.
Yeah.
your name is Phil, so you should be good at it.
Oh dear. Oh dear. So there we go. So that's kind of what I've been working on.
The famous Irish name, Phil McCracken.
Yes.
I also rooted out. Sorry, I'll show you these. I also rooted out
Put Randall back on mute now.
So some of the ones I'd done a while back. This one just needs a repaint, but that's the Tyrannosaur.
Ooh. Cool.
And I redid the head so its head was pointing more that way rather than down, because the original Tamiya sculpt has the head pointing downwards, so it just looks like it's going to headbutt something.
Oh, I
So
see.
this one I wanted it. So I had it so it's actually looks like it's coming after something rather than.
Yeah, Ken says that he has.
But it needs a repaint.
Nice job of resculpting the head.
Yeah, Ken says he has some of the kits, and he does praise it to be a pretty good kit. So it gets a Pegasus kit.
Yeah, I was looking at those. I'm probably going to get one of those at some point.
Yeah,
and that's the Chasmosaur that I had.
Oh,
Again, that's the Tamiya one. The Tamiya diorama dinosaurs are really, really good, really nice sculpts. They just need a little bit of a cleanup.
How are you going to prove that all these dinosaurs had feathers?
Sorry?
How would you go about modifying them if they suddenly realised or suddenly proved that the Tyrannosaur also had feathers?
Bernie, it would also use feathering.
Put feathers on it.
Bernie, dinosaurs do not have feathers, and the Earth is flat. Okay.
Right. Well, I mean, the fact that we're guessing the color of them anyway.
Jack, you're a heathen. The Earth is toroidal.
It rides on the back of a turtle, on the back of.
Yeah, well, no, that is a good question, though. I mean, if the dinosaurs did have feathers, where would they be? Would they be all over their bodies? Would it be in spots? And if so, what color? We don't know what color.
Yeah. Then again, if you look at birds, I mean that.
So it
could be
conspiracy. Dinosaurs
all sorts.
exist, like the Earth is flat. You know?
They do have proof of the feathers, though. They've got skin castings that show the feathers.
But I mean, we're still guessing at the actual color of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're presuming that they're reptile colors.
They have found chromatophores on some of the Chinese ones.
If we look
suggests that there were black and brown stripes.
Yeah.
Well, the thing too is that
what it suggests
predators would definitely have some camouflage. So if you're talking about Tyrannosaurus or even a Velociraptor, particularly, they probably had some camouflage colors. So. Yeah. But we know what plant life looks like, so it's green and brown or earth colors. They're not fluorescent colors.
Mm-hmm.
So,
explain the zebra.
That's
there's a joke behind that.
The zebras just always have to be different, don't they?
Yeah, no, they've proven now, haven't they proved that those stripes are nothing to do with camouflage. It's everything to do with the stop the flies setting.
Yeah, it confuses the flies.
Yeah. Particularly the Betsy fly.
But the zebra is not. But that's the thing. Interesting. The zebra is not a predator. It's prey, and it sticks out the way it does. It's not. They shouldn't exist, should they?
Yeah, well, it couldn't be bothered to take its PJs off in the morning. That's its problem.
No, it's the referee for the other horses.
Or maybe it's trying to pretend to be poisonous. It's just never worked.
Probably thinks it's so far down. It's so far down the chain that everybody walks over it. It might as well look like a cross.
A walking cross. The zebra crossing.
Yeah.
You know, not knowing British slang or the terms for British things, it took me years before I understood that line in Hitchhiker's Guide about being killed at a zebra crossing. Like, is that like a deer? Because Jack knows what a deer crossing is.
Yes.
It's like, okay, I'm used to seeing signs that say deer crossing. I thought, zebra crossing? Okay. It's not where zebras go.
The herds of zebra that we have running around our moors.
Well, the only question I have about zebras is it black with white stripes or white with black stripes? So
no, they're brown with black and white stripes.
Okay.
That does remind me from years ago, before I got married. I was with my future wife and her brother, and we were in Oxford, and we were trying to cross a road. I really appreciated being able to use this one. Her brother said, "There's a zebra crossing up there," and I said, "Well, I hope he's having better luck than we are."
Why is everyone from the UK saying zebra? It's a zebra, not a zebra.
Same thing, Leo.
It's that
anyway, this arrived as well.
It's that whole Zed thing.
Yeah, he's got one too.
Yeah, I got one as well.
I think the Brits have more of those than the Americans do, actually.
We've had a Katinga fest.
Certainly, you can probably do a Katinga group build there.
Katinga is good.
Yeah, we could form a squadron.
Yeah.
If your Katinga is still Katingaing after 4 hours, see a doctor.
Sorry, Phil, you can't get a word in otherwise.
Oh, that's all right. I'm enjoying it. Just the one last thing.
It's a mad day.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
this
that.
is one of the things at the Tyrannosaur diorama as well. So, and that's something I built a while back. I'd forgotten I'd actually done that one.
That's my friend.
But that comes.
That's nice.
Yep, it comes in the kit.
That's tremendous.
And that's one that's without the leaves. And I don't know where I don't know what I've done with the paper leaves that go on it. So
you left them in the box.
They weren't furnished.
Well, I found one or two dotted around, so I know I cut some of them out, but for some reason I didn't keep them together. So
just leave it. It's all
they made like a tree and leaf.
Evil panda. It's got.
Yeah, the panda ate them.
Yeah,
the evil panda.
Yeah.
Panda eats.
No, they eat
shoots and leaves.
Yeah.
Eat shoots and leaves. That's right.
Yeah. So it's kind of, that's what I've been.
Okay.
We've lost.
I
think we've lost weight
completely. I've stumbled to a stop now, I think.
He's round to home.
Well, we modelers have a sense of humor.
Yeah, I love that one.
I wonder what's in a blue bag is my curiosity. So
that's Luke.
So
semi-digested snow speeder, maybe.
Yeah. We saw Luke drop out of the bottom of them.
Jack, that would be the contents of the blue bag. I think would be as they showed in that video, the at day afternoon or whatever it is I sent you. Just in YouTube, look up at day afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Find out what's in the blue baggie.
Thanks, Bob Bruce. That gave us some good imagery, I think. How you doing there, Randall?
Is it not Wayne's turn?
Who's?
Wayne?
No.
R before W.
You're next on my screen too, Randall. So
am I? Oh, oh well. Okay, sorry, Wayne.
He waits 2 hours to speak, and then when it's his turn, he's gonna be like coy.
All of a sudden, he's shy.
So, me or Wayne?
You.
Me. Okay, right. Okay. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, one is like that person who won the marathon and we find out he joined right in the middle and won. That's why you won.
Yeah.
So he's last because of that, not because of his name W. Wait.
Right.
I mean, if you were Eastern European, you'd be further ahead in the alphabet. You'd be vain.
Look at that.
Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. Oh, wrong movie. Sorry.
Wrong way to run here to show it all.
careful.
You got a lot of back.
I was going to say, careful. There's a wicked sag going on there.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Looks like
you just heard about this. All right, how did I get this? Right, okay.
Carwin showed up. Now he's going to tear apart the live chat.
Afternoon.
Sorry, I'm going to have to have this thing sitting. Right, yeah. Thankfully, it still comes apart. I can find somewhere I can actually set it now where I won't drop it or knock it down or something. Yeah, that'll do that. Anyway, yeah. That's what I've been working on. I just want to screen share. There we go.
Ooh. Yes, you use you probably had an Apple camera with a panorama feature to it.
Actually, I had to kind of like stand well back, almost the other side of the room to get it all in.
Now you know how Kubrick felt.
Yeah. This is 144 scale. Was it Gato class?
Gato class, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Same scale as Discovery here. This is a 50 centimeter rule sitting in front of it. So what's that in inches? 17 and a half inches?
Foot and a half.
Foot and a half. True. This is about as close in I can get it without it pixelating out on me.
A scale ruler.
Yeah.
Are you all done?
All except getting the base put together. I've been just waiting for the weather to dry up so we can actually get the base painted.
It needs to be ready for next Saturday.
Yep.
Oh, yes. How long is that scale ruler in Heath?
About a foot.
Two hands and the thumb and the forefinger, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about this much.
Yeah, metric or Heath. There you go.
So, yeah, and I'm putting it on a 47-inch baseboard, which I found fits perfectly across the back seat of the car. So,
oh, nice.
If it had to fit any other way, Kathy would have to find somewhere else to sit in the car. So, that.
What What else are you entering next week?
Actually, I was almost thinking of just taking that down.
Oh,
Yeah, I might. Yeah, I think I might take the SE5A biplane down.
Yeah.
I know I have no chance of getting anything because
don't say that.
IPMS rules and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I get a commendation, I'd be happy.
Well, they'll probably don't like you because you'll take up more table space than.
That's what I said.
There was another show I was at where somebody brought down their Zvezda Star Destroyer, and because it needed power, they had to change the table. So as he was lifting it and moving it around, he whacked somebody else's model with it.
Oh,
yeah, they weren't a happy teddy bear, especially when the aforementioned modeler kind of says, "Oh, your model was in my way."
Too bad for the dog.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll need to be really careful maneuvering that around, even when it's permanently attached to the board.
Just tell me you're the first to arrive and the last to leave.
Yeah. Ooh, that's that. Let me get back to. There we are. Right. Couldn't get back to the main screen here, but yeah. Another thing I've been working on is largely, well, entirely due to Liam's generosity, and that's this Comlock from Space 1999.
The great
Yeah.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Still haven't put these two parts together. I'm leaving that to the last because I can drill through each side so can pin it together.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, it'll give me somewhere I can set it when I'm painting it.
Just be very careful, Randall, that the resin has stopped.
Leaking or
because that was the problem with mine. I had to completely strip it and repaint it again because of that. So I don't.
That has. You gave this to me what
3 weeks ago.
2-3 weeks ago now, and it's been washed at least twice since then, and I'll probably get another wash before I even think of going anywhere near it with the paint.
Yeah, it should be fine, but it's just it. That was funny. I think what happened with mine, it came. He sent it to me pre-painted, and it was done at the last. He did it very quickly. It would have been better if he'd left it for a few weeks, but
yeah.
Hadn't mixed the resin thoroughly enough.
Something like that. I mean, it's solid enough, but it had.
It's still leaching.
That's probably the problem. It is solid resin because
it was all around there that leaked, so I have to be all stripped off and repainted again, including my.
I've seen you look better, Liam. That's a horrible picture.
Yeah, but
if you look like that, you shouldn't be let out.
The other issue is be careful. The belt buckle. It's very fragile.
Yeah, all those wrinkles that makes you look older.
Yep. And then of course you can do someone wanted to like the screen and put a little 1.8-inch screen on there, which a friend of mine has done.
Yeah. The sad fact is the models are much more involved than the actual props were.
Yep.
You had a big old. I remember seeing the picture of the actual prop that had the big old cable coming out the bottom so that they could put the tiny screen in there.
Yeah.
You haven't been tempted to start yours, Lou?
No, it's sitting there. It's waiting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get to it.
Been kind of got to the stage now with the Discovery build that I'm kind of wondering what am I going to do next model-wise. I know, well, okay, the Comlock is a model, but it's a prop model, if you know what I mean. But
do something that's not
whatever I'm going to build next is going to be smaller than Discovery.
Yeah,
that wouldn't be too hard because everything else is smaller than Discovery.
Do something that's 160 parts. Yeah.
Do something bigger. You're going to be putting addition onto your house like Lou did.
Or I could do a scratch build Superstar Destroyer in the same scale as the Zvezda one.
Oh, there you go.
We have now.
Build it in the yard and move in.
Do a Death Star while you're at it.
Yeah. Yep, that's me.
Okay. Oh, that's you. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Caught off guard here. We mentioned Neil Wooding earlier, much earlier. This is his concept of his universe. I can't remember off the top of my head. These are what do you call hover bikes that he makes, and I didn't know. I haven't bought these. I haven't gotten these yet. I've got his medical console for his sci-fi universe, and I don't know. This looks actually like a lot of fun. They make actually pretty good lawn ornaments. It would be the talk of your friends. Look at that. Look at that. That's amazing.
Very heavy metal.
Yeah. These are resin kits that he makes. Hostile Realms. That's his.
Yeah.
And go to Wild House Models. You'll see these. I did build the stasis unit once many moons ago, and I bought 2 more because I'd like to build a diorama of the medical bay with the stasis units in it. That's the future project. But everything here on the side is telling a story of it. I think that's a good idea, Neil. Show it off this well and then tell a story behind it. And of course, it appeared in some shows. Beautiful work.
Mm-hmm.
Love that molting and all that. I don't even know. It's just used. It looks like a very dismal, dirty universe you're building there.
Yeah.
It really is.
I'm not sure who made those models.
Yeah, it's not. I was going to say, Bernie, the same thing. Neil didn't actually build those. It's his kits, but someone else built them, I think.
Mm-hmm. They did post. See if I can find out the guy's name.
Yep. I think that's in the US.
Oh, is it?
I think so. Yeah. Let's see.
I could be wrong, but I thought it was. It's certainly not Neil's work. But
at Valley Con. Let's click on that. See where Valley Con. That's Valley Con.
Neil's working on a floating ship at the minute.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Scale model of a burger there.
He's also halfway writing through the second.
Great.
He's also halfway through writing the second book.
Yeah.
On the on his series that he's writing.
Where can you purchase them?
Amazon?
I think they're on Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon.
Okay, I will look for it.
I think the first one's called it's Hostile Realms, and the title of the first one is Arms Race.
Yeah,
because the second one's going to be called Call to Arms. That's it.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the middle of proofreading it at the moment, so I know the story.
Oh, nice. Okay, how you doing there, Wayne?
I'm fine, thank you. Or I should say, I will be once my knee heals. I've done a muscle in my knee.
Oh dear.
Painful.
At work, I hope.
No, but I think it is work related. I went to the physical therapist the other week, and she said it's my right knee cartilage is wearing out faster than my left one.
Oh dear.
It's sort of doing that every time I walk.
Wow. That's a pretty oddball thing for that to happen to you being so young.
Well, I think it is due to work, because I do put a lot of pressure on my knees, and we always do the lifting training exercise at work. Lift with our knees, not with our backs, and you're doing that 200s. We got these like tubs of money we have to lift, like the 2p coins in our country.
Mm-hmm.
And then we use the 4-litre ice cream tubs, and each of them weighs about 7 kilos. So you're shifting
a lot of weight there.
Yeah,
you're shifting a couple hundred times a week, and it's especially at the busy periods. And then you've got moving machines, you're shifting boxes, everything. So everything, you get a lot of pressure on your knees.
Didn't you say you work in a movie theater?
It's on the second floor. We have an arcade on the bottom floor, but he also owns a number of other businesses around this town. So I'm also doing other jobs like moving machines, covering people's days off, gardening. So yeah, I'm doing quite a lot of work, and it's just I think it's finally catching up on me right knee more than my left one.
I don't know. I just thought it was an oddball thing to say that it's you're moving things around in a movie theater.
Yeah, but like I said, the movie theater is above the arcade, so
I don't think he's catching it, Jack.
I don't think he's catching the oddball.
No. Okay.
Look at your T-shirt. I've been making fun of your T-shirt.
Yeah. Well, it's what? Yeah. Well, it's hang on. It's just the other side. It's quoting one of the famous Americans. One of the famous Americans.
Wow, boy, that's such an oddball thing to say.
Yeah.
I do dog impressions too.
Well, first off, you can see the.
Oh, you got a stack of boxes there. Good God!
I've been through.
Right, hello there.
I've just been rushing through my storage, so I pulled them all out, and hopefully I'm going to get 6 of these done before Telford.
Jeez, 6.
I'll try and do more, but then they've got me and they got 4 competition builds to do as well.
Oh, so you're definitely going to win the competition just by submitting so many models. I mean,
no, I'm going to build at least 6 of these kits here. Then I've got one competition is for a book cover build, so you've got to pick a book and then you've got to build of it as something to do with the book's cover. So I found an Armored Warfare, and it's got a picture of a T-72-76 on the front, plus a German Mark IV-D. So I'm going to build them 2 tanks. So that's them 2. The next build is British Twins. It's a twin-engine British aircraft, but we're still working on the rules, making sure we can use Lend-Lease equipment as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's.
Is there? I mean, I know Lou has. I know you have entered into competitions. Is there a limit to how many you can enter?
You can at least. It's a local. As I say, it's a local competition. The minimum you can enter 1 kit, or you can enter 3 kits. But the more, if it's the top 2 model in points, will be added to your grand total at the end. So if you enter 3 kits, it's the 2 kits that get the most points out of your entries will go through to.
Yeah, you could. It's sort of like IPMS where you can actually price yourself out. You can, if you enter too many kits, you can only win 1 of them.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
it was fun, this game.
Well, but then I took this to the first show. I don't know if anybody's seen this. I don't feel like
that's not a tank.
Yeah, that's not a tank. No, it's but if I can screen share a minute, it will work. Yeah, and then I'll go to MeWe. There we go. Can everybody see it?
Odd looking.
That is the London from Fallout Thunderbolt. I can't remember the name of it now. Well, she did as well. But that's
angling a shield.
Pardon?
And all those shields up on the extension.
Yeah, that's 4 shields, 6, at least half a dozen decals per shield.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I've done so far model wise at the minute. That's one of the Gundams I've got, and then there's the let's see, Hang on, back to.
Ooh, what's that?
Screenshot. Yeah, who's that? No.
Not very long.
Yeah, but then I say I went to the People show, so I had to get the latest M4A3 Easy 8 Korean version, which is nice. You can even get the little Russian staff car as well inside. But at the minute, I haven't done much more making because obviously I've been doing flat work. So
I'm beginning to think there's been more tank models made than there were actually ever actual tanks.
Yeah,
especially the German ones.
Yeah, in the corner is the scratch built spray booth Mark II.
Oh yeah.
What scale is that?
1:1. But it's basically it's built out of, it's like an 18 build type thing. Scrap wood, old extractor fan, some tubing, a light bulb, and some power. And it works. But I can't use it today, it's too windy.
Yeah, it's a bit blowy out there, isn't it, Wayne?
Yeah, it'll be blowing back in the flat voice, so I can't use it that much. But unfortunately, there's a group in Holland who were restoring a German tank destroyer called Nashorn, which is this vehicle here. They restored it to running condition, and then all of a sudden the workshop caught fire. So they spent 4 years just getting it to a point where it's just running on its chassis on its own accord, and then it caught fire. The workshop caught fire. Hang on, if I just go to screen share a minute.
That one.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's a big fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's 4 years work gone down the drain, and it's not like a museum job either. It's a private group job.
But look at the weathering.
Yeah. It's only one of 3 fully vehicles to survive.
Cursed.
Yeah. But it's the vehicle was insured, but they're not being covered by the fire.
So the vehicle was insured, but not insured for fire damage.
No, they're saying because the questioning how the fire started. That's the reason, because the suspicious nature of the fires. So I don't know. It could have been some idiots who.
Well, if there's chemicals stored in there, paint and whatnot, that could happen.
Yeah, but like I say, it's like
it could well be people who don't like the idea of anything German being kept from World War II.
Yeah, but like I say, it's just the same in this country. There's a lot of railway groups who are building trains from scratch and stuff like that. It's just like the spending millions of pounds to do this, and then you get some idiot who will come along and just wreck it because they are morons. A lot of these idiots who go around damaging war memorials. So, and then the 39 tank destroyer has left Bovington Tank Museum, and it's returning to its original place, I think, this year. Okay, who's open the window? Well, that's about it. I can go through everything in here, but I think it'll be a bit much for everyone.
All right. Yeah, 6 builds. You're braver than I would be. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get up to 2 builds at the same time.
It's like well, it's got the M10 tank destroyer. That's been sat in my stash for nearly 2 years. That's from one of the kits from Tank Fest. I think they've got that the same year as well. That's I got that for £40. I've got the Panzerwaffe 42. That's rocket artillery half track.
Nice.
Oh. The M26A1 Pershing tank.
Jeez.
The old British Challenger main battle tank. I hope somebody does a new one for all the upgrades they're going to get for it. American M1 Abrams tank with mine plow. Israeli Turan 5.
A lot of modern stuff.
Yeah. Well, there's a classic anyway. Panther G.
Nice. Yeah. That's an old kit.
Yeah. And then there's the Leopard 2A6. That's got the arrowhead ball, the turret, should I say?
Yeah.
So that's, well, let's say a lot of these have been in the roof, so I forgot about them.
And you'll have those done in a week.
Yeah, I wish.
How long is it till Telford, mate?
Pardon?
How long is it before Telford?
November,
and I say building's okay. It's just you have to spend time. It takes you time to take your time painting them.
Yeah.
Because some people spend about 8 hours building a tank in a day, and they spend a week trying to get the painting and weathering details done properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build them first, and I'm going to work like one tank. Build it first in the time I've got before my hours climb up. Get them built, and I'm going to paint them as I can and when I can. Because also I am on top floor, so I've got neighbours. If I was on the ground floor, I could do it any time I want to, but the compressor vibrates through the floor sometimes. So, and I'm a considerate neighbour. So even now, I'm listening to you on my headset.
So they just think you're talking to yourself.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. He's got his son round today, so his son's playing Fortnite downstairs. I can hear it from the floor sometimes. It's all right. I play Wolf Thunder sometimes as well, so I don't hear it. That's about it. I'd say, yeah.
Lots to do.
Lots to do. I did actually have some fun while I was down doing the Peterborough show. I went to London, and somehow I got mixed up in the Yellow Vest March. I don't know how. That's true. I was just walking along with it. Pardon?
This looks interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I got mixed up in it. I was walking along, the police thought I was with them, and I was just following them, seeing where they're going. So it's just, so I thought I must have with them. So they marched me in with the crowd, and I got hooked, marched along with them. I didn't mind.
Even though you weren't wearing a vest?
Yeah, I weren't.
That's like the old Charlie Chaplin movie where he picks up a flag and walks along with it, and this parade starts following him.
Yeah. Well, I'll say the Tammy new stuff is this. There's like a. Let me get this up. Seem to be Tammy doing nice colour spreads now for the painting shop guides.
Well, yeah, it tells you everything you need to know.
Wow.
I like it to show on one side instead of,
Yeah, and then he's got a nice lot of info about the vehicle.
Well, yeah, because they only have to print full color on one side.
Yeah. He's even got the uniform market. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's got some reference photos from the Russian tank museum, which I can never pronounce. Kaprika, I think it's that. I'm not sure.
Blinka?
Yeah, that's it.
I can't actually speak or understand Russian, but I can pronounce it.
Yeah. Well, if anybody's in Britain, they know what the Bismarck's. That's one of the turrets from the Bismarck model magazine.
Oh, right. You're starting that.
Yeah.
That's going to cost a fortune.
Yeah.
Well, the turrets rotate and the guns elevate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any links with them?
Yeah. Well, I spent £1,000 on my council tax, but I didn't get much value for it. So
that's true. That's true. Yes.
Yeah, I'd say that's it. That's me done.
All right. Very good. I think I'll just share mine tomorrow because I want to do more on it. And aside, you guys are the greatest usual suspects I've ever come across. We've already murdered like a 2 hours and 10 minutes. But before we go, I'd like to share something with you. And I want everybody to look at this very carefully. And this is David Kilpilski, or I can't say his name. He's somewhat I think he's a pro. I think he does when I say pro, I mean he gets paid for his work. I do know he does commissions, so we can call him a pro. Anyway, what is the most outstanding thing about this workbench of his? What do you think that is?
Tidy it is. It's organized.
Better yet.
Too clean.
Better yet. He's got his corner.
He's got his fortification there with him.
He's got his whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
He's got his whiskey.
All the best work's done.
That's why he's a pro, because he calms his nerves and, well, he draws a straight line.
And
anyway,
you can afford to buy it.
This was a wonderful hangout. I'd like to thank each and every one of you who had participated. Carwin mentioned that he's doing a movie or something of that nature. Ask Carwin what he's doing. Maybe when he comes on board on one of these hangouts, we can talk about what he's doing. He does a lot of interesting stuff, I got to say. And he's a smart ass to boot. So anyway, Ken Skivington, thank you for stopping by, as well as Ken from Ken's Model Shop, as well as George. George, it's always nice to see you, of course. And Heath, of course, did. John Hunt had joined us too. Bob Busking even stopped by, and Dirk also stopped by on the live hangout. I'd like to thank Bernie. Thank you, Bernie, for stopping by and hanging in there till the end.
No worries.
That's time you'll never get back. And thank you, Heath, for stopping by as well. Heath had to go to bed. And also thank you, Jim, for stopping by, and hope your clapboards work out.
No problem.
And also, Liam, thank you for hanging in there. Think about the 13th of April. We might have him on, doing his show as well. And I'm thinking we're trying to ask Jamie Hood. Got to keep remembering. Text Jamie Hood. Lou, thank you for doing what you do. And do check out, what is your channel's name? Is it Lou Del Meso, or is it
Aztec Dummy?
You can search either one, and it'll come up the same way.
Oh, will it do? Okay, it'll come in the same one. That's on YouTube. Check out his videos. Thank you, Phil, and that evil panda, and your dinosaurs.
My money's on the panda.
Some modelers have booze on their workbenches. He has stuffed animals. And thank you, Randall, for stopping by, for showing us another way of measuring scale. And also, Wayne, good luck with your 6 builds in Telford and all your builds coming in the future.
Yeah.
So we'll be looking forward to seeing those works in progress.
Now you should say thanks to him.
tanks.
Tanks. Tanks. Wayne.
That's an awful thing to say. But tanks.
Tanks, Wayne. Tanks.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is your host, Georgia, for the Amazing Scale Modelers Hangout. Tomorrow we got the Sunday Hangout at 7 p.m. Eastern. That would mean -4 hours Greenwich time, or plus time. I think it's plus. I'm -4 Greenwich time, of course. Next time in 2 weeks, they're going to catch up to us and be back to the -5. Also,
Hey, everybody.
What's that?
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Oh yeah. I hope St. Paddy turns the warm side of the stone up tomorrow.
Thank you all, and see you tomorrow and in 2 weeks for Across the Pond. Happy modeling, everyone. So long.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.